Welcome to The Quiet Room, brought to you by the creator of Truth Well Told Tarot. Your space for relaxing music, meditation and sleep enhancement. Join me on my new channel. I'll leave all the details below. The Quiet Room. Hello Cancer and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your next 3 months tarot reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So let's see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Cancerians? Thank you for the next 3 months. We're looking at July to September 2024. And what I've done is I've taken your yearly 2024 tarot reading and pulled out the relevant cards. I'll link your yearly reading below. But the relevant cards for the next 3 months, we have the Two of Cups for July. We have the Eight of Wands for August. And we have the Three of Pentacles for September. We're going to pull some additional cards, look at any overarching messages that I get. I say what comes to me in these readings. Or any individual messages, because a lot can happen in different areas of our life in 1 month, let alone 3. So let's see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Cancerians for the next 3 months? Angel, spirits, guides. Message for Cancer. You know, there's something, there was something coming to me here, Cancer, because the cards are really heavy. It's like there's something that's really, really heavy. I just kind of like, when I was shuffling them, I was thinking, oh my goodness, have they kind of like gained a pound or two? We have the card of Cancer, first out, the Chariot. You might be dealing with some heavy energy here. We have the Lovers. Two of Cups and the Lovers can be powerful in terms of relationships. And we have Temperance. Let's see what we have for you. Let's pull for the month of August for Cancer. Thank you, Angel, Spirits, Guides. Two of Wands. Oh, nice. We have the Sun. Always lovely to see the Sun energy. And we have Justice. Let's see what else we have for you, Cancer, for September. You've got so many twos in this reading. We have the Two of Pentacles. I mean, I'm seeing this kind of like 2, 2, 2. You know, we've got the Lovers, again, the two people. You know, you've even got the kind of like two Sphinxes in the Chariot. We have the Two of Cups, the Two of Wands. We've got the Two of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. And the Moon. So, Cancer, let's have a look at July for you. So, the Two of Cups is my bond between two people. With the Lovers being in this reading, this generally represents an opportunity either for friendship to move to love romantic. It can also be to do with powerful reconciliation of maybe an existing or a previous relationship. This can be on the cards as well. But the Two of Cups and the Lovers can be about a relationship in the present, you know, and you're at some kind of crossroads in terms of how you're going to move forward. Could be, do we stay together or do we not? It could well be, how do we move forward in any life area for whatever reason? But the Lovers represents a choice or a decision. I feel in this respect, it definitely looks like there's something to overcome and there's choices or decisions to make here. And this is what I'm seeing here quite strongly. This feels more like reconciliatory energy. Now, with the Lovers being here and the Two of Cups, This can be the same person. The Two of Cups can also be, a bond with, it could be you as a couple, even potentially healing a rift with another party as well. So however that manifests for you. But the Chariot, I think that there is an opportunity here to reconcile, to find some kind of way to heal, because that's what these energies are kind of showing. The Chariot is all about, being very clear in terms of how you're moving forward, and overcoming issues and challenges in the process. I think that you're very decisive. There is that sense here also of where there's a will, there's a way, that kind of energy with the Chariot. And it is a card of success and triumph and victory as well here, Cancer. But it's all to do with whatever this Two of Cups means to you. It certainly feels like some reconciliation, either about a relationship, could be a love romantic relationship. For others of you, it could well be to do with, you as a couple, reconciling your differences with another party. But either way, it's about finding some common ground. Temperance is all about healing. It can be about reconciling your differences. There is that sense of finding some way to move forward in a situation and to heal. So this is what I'm seeing here for you. There's a level of patient energy, even though that you're moving forward. It's like it feels like that sense of making very deliberate moves, making very considered moves. Not necessarily brushing aside everything that's happened either, but actually being very conscious about what's happened and consciously working through the issues to overcome them is certainly the energy here. And there is that sense here of there is a way forward on that basis by doing that. The only way that, I'm suffering from allergies at the moment. The only way that these two people can actually reconcile differences as well is for both parties to be participating. So again, there is that sense of it will only happen if both parties are absolutely wanting to find a way to overcome the issue and moving forward. It's not just led by one person. So this is at play here, Cancer, and that's what these cards are all about. And there is that sense of where there's a will, there's a way. It really is that kind of energy. I do see that you are wanting to try and overcome the issues in some way. Again, if this isn't romantic or friendship or family orientated, it could also be to do with, the Two of Cups and the Lovers, it can represent things like business partnerships as well. Partnerships of other kinds, and an opportunity to overcome some significant issue or challenge between you. If there's a choice about if it's in another area of life as well, and again, certainly from a business point of view, a business partnership point of view, there is something to overcome. It could be financial issues. It could be, again, legalities. It could be, some problem needs to be solved here. But again, there is that sense of where there's a will, there's a way, and consciously moving forward on a path, being very clear of what you want the end result to be. And really, being very determined to get there. And likely there is victory there as a result of that. Temperance energy is like I said, it can be about finding some kind of way to kind of like steady the boat, move forward, find a way through something. It just feels that kind of energy here, Cancer. So this is what I'm seeing for you. Certainly in terms of July, you're finding a way. You're finding the right way forward as well. It's all about eyes on the prize, and this is what I want the end result to be, and I'm going to make it happen, This is taking the reins, being in the driving seat and charging ahead. But very conscious and aware, and every move that you're making is deliberate, and that's what I'm seeing here. So that's what I have for you for the month of July. The additional messages I want to talk about for the month of July, just looking at some of the individual cards. Okay, that's coming to me as well. So I never really, this is Adam and Eve, and you can see the serpent there, you can see the apple tree. So there may well be an opportunity, there could well be sometimes it can be temptation or being tempted to do something that could potentially derail you or pull you off track in some way. It's not necessarily, you understand what I'm saying? So sometimes other people might kind of whisper in your ear or kind of like put their 2 pence worth in, or say something here, Cancer. This is where you need to be very focused in terms of where you're going and not be derailed. You understand what I'm saying between these 2 cards. Not be derailed by other influences. That's definitely what I'm getting for you here. That was certainly a message that was coming through. Because I do feel with the Chariot being in your card, it's your major arcana, it's the card of Cancer. You know what's best for you, and you understand how to protect your world, and you understand how to take the reins of a situation and move forward. And there is a likelihood of a victory, triumph and success as a result of that. So don't be derailed by, again, other influences, I want to say, or other kind of like, be distracted in some way, however that manifests for you. I think this is about being in your truth and staying true to who you are. Now, the additional message with the card of the Chariot is a card of victory, triumph, success over challenge. And it absolutely is, Cancer, when it can be victory in any area, it can be a win in any area, it can be a success in any area. You could have the Chariot in terms of money areas, in terms of a victory or winning. You could have the Chariot in terms of health areas, overcoming issues and challenges from a health point of view. So like I said, sometimes the individual cards come out and I get additional messages with them that I want to kind of like additionally say, and this is what I'm getting for you. So let's see what we have for you, Cancer, for the month of August. So the 8 of Wands is very good in terms of communication, movement, forward movement. Now, if you are networking, if you are pursuing opportunities actively, or something could come out of the blue for you with the 8 of Wands, it's really exciting energy. It's forward movement. It's exciting. It's a real kind of like something that is coming in, that's moving really quickly. This is fast change. But a very exciting change nevertheless, because each of those wands are sprouting with potential. They all want to be planted. They all want to kind of, take root. And this is something that could come in that, you could even have multiple options here. But this is something that could come in here, Cancer. And there's really exciting forward movement on that basis. So this is very powerful on that front. Now, I want to talk about justice, because justice can be very powerful in terms of decisions. It's a very karmic energy. So when justice appears in our reading, it definitely feels there's very positive karma around you. There is a sense of deservingness. There's a sense of things being rebalanced with justice, or balance being brought back into order in some way. It's very good in terms of decisions of any kind. It can be to do with contracts. Contracts of any kind. Could be a mortgage deed, could be a business contract, could be a new job contract. It can be to do with things like red tape, bureaucracy, authority, official stamps of approval, green cards. If you're applying for overseas visas, that kind of energy. It would be very good in terms of legalities. Yes, it can be to do with the legal processes and legal decisions as well. So this will be very positive for you in that respect. When justice appears in your reading, it's generally very favourable. But it can also be to do with things like trademarks or copyrights, and this is the energy of justice. So however that manifests for you, these energies in August are pretty much saying to you here, something that you have taken steps towards. I feel that you've already asserted yourself here in a particular area, and it looks like something is coming in really quickly. Now, yes, if it's out of the blue, it's going to present you with a choice, and that could well be, do I stay where I am, or do I go for what this news is coming in? So again, it could represent some kind of crossroads for you as well. I certainly feel the next 3 months is going to be all about kind of life choices and decisions, because there are so many twos in your reading. There are so many kind of like dualities in your reading for the next 3 months. You have some really kind of like very positive choices and decisions to make about your life and how you're moving forward in different areas of that. But definitely an energy here, Cancer, between these two energies of there is really exciting news, communication coming in. And that will be linked with the potential of staying where you are or stepping into the unknown. It could also represent choices and decisions if it's to do with legalities, news coming in that's very, very positive. But again, you might have another choice to make in terms of how this process is moving forward. Choices and decisions here, Cancer. But the Sun this is a resounding yes. This is a resounding yes. Like I said, legalities, contracts, authority, state, government, official entities, official parties, official stamps of approval. This is absolutely that sense of this is a big yes. The Sun is good news, celebration, joy, happiness, light after dark. You're getting the light on a decision. So the month of August is very, very favourable to you on that basis. And if something hasn't been fair and you've been dealing with this process, justice is that fair is going to be rebalanced in some way so that it is fair. You could even have some news coming in or conversation happening here, and you might be deciding in terms of whether to accept something or not. The same energy would apply. Could be an offer of some kind. The same energy would apply. But with the Sun being in your reading, things are about to get a whole lot better. It just really lifts and lightens everything, and that's the energy that you'll be feeling come August time. I also want to say here, Cancer, you might be making some kind of choice or decision here that you've got there are some cards of travel here. I mean, it is the month of August, which is kind of like a big travel month anyway. But again, the Sun, the Eight of Wands, the Two of Wands, these energies can represent some level of travel, making decisions to make some kind of journey or travel. May well be significant for you in August as well. Generally, when it appears in a reading, it's a significant journey of some kind. It can be a holiday, but it could also be a significant journey. Might need to be made, and there's a choice or a decision whether to go on that journey or not is the energy at play here. Could even be traveling to see somebody. It could be family, for example. You might think that that's the right thing to do. But this definitely feels like, the Sun can be very celebratory, and so it could well be on that basis as well. Some reason to celebrate, to go and see somebody, to go and visit someone would be the energy here as well. And then we get to September. Following on from here, you've got choices or decisions to make. Now, here's the thing. If this was a work thing in particular, or even if it was to do with a business partnership, but you have options. You have a choice to make. Do I stay or go? Do I step into the unknown, or do I stay where I am? The energy here with the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, I feel that there is some counter offer coming in. And then you've got some decision to make again. Certainly in terms of money, do I stay or go? Will be the energy here as well. If this was to do with some legal process, I mean, you could also be playing two people off against each other. I don't think that you're doing that in a kind of, selfish way. Though sometimes, we take, we have to take money seriously, So this is the energy here where you want to get the best deal for you in making some kind of choice, whether you step into the unknown or not. So you might be playing two ends to the middle. Your current workplace trying to keep you, and then there could well be, this new place that you have an opportunity to move towards. These are the energies at play that I'm seeing here. Again, potentially playing two ends to the middle and then seeing which is the best for you. I think that's going to give you a little bit of stress. Understandably, this is when we sometimes can't see the wood for the trees and we kind of say, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? But it's just our mind. Remember the Nine of Swords, even though it looks, a kind of like a challenging card, which it can be. But it's mental energy. And once we realize it's just our mind, we realize that's when we need to take a step back, gather our thoughts and feelings, get perspective, give ourselves some space and time, and then the clarity comes. For a lot of you, though, it definitely feels like you'll be, I like seeing the moon because this is your planet. The moon is when you just surrender and trust. You trust your instincts in making choices and decisions for you. When we're focusing, and again, this could also be to do with some, if that you're going through some contractual issue or legalities, or you feel that you're having to jump through hoops to get some legalities sorted out in some way, the same energy applies. You're going through some kind of compromise and negotiation process, and it's stressful. But there are hidden blessings here. Intuitively, you know that you're going to find, ultimately this is the dominant energy, you're going to find some agreed way forward. There's an important agreement being established here in terms of how you move forward. I think that you're going to be clear in terms of what the best way forward is for you. But this is just the energy here of you're kind of going to go through this kind of back and forth process for a little bit of time, and just expect that. And it is going to be a little bit stressful. But ultimately, then we trust you, fall back on your instinct and your intuition, which comes naturally to you because, again, the moon energy is your planet. It's linked with hidden blessings. It's linked with spirit working behind the scenes to support you. You have the sun and the moon here. And there is that sense here of you just know that the actions that you're taking and how you're dealing with the situation in terms of finding some agreed way forward, you're not going to settle for less than you deserve. And you're wanting to get the best deal for you as well. So there is compromise and negotiation going on, but certainly standing your ground and even trying to up the offer if you feel like it's too little, the same energy would apply here. I think that there is an important agreement being established come September time. This is a significant agreed way forward here, Cancer. But it's just going to be a bit of a stressful time. But I definitely see, and there's a level of uncertainty here, but I think that you're sticking to your guns here in terms of how you're adapting to this situation here. I think that you're absolutely thinking on your feet, and that's what I'm seeing here quite strongly. So the additional messages that I want to bring to your attention, Cancer, we have the sun. Now the sun is that sense of light after dark, but it can also be about the things in the picture. So again, and you could say the same with the moon as well. So these two energies, the sun and the moon, night follows day, and there is that certainty here of even though you're going through a stressful period, Spirit is kind of saying to you here, everything comes to pass. That's what the energy is. Everything comes to pass. As certain as night follows day, which is absolutely the energies here. Everything comes to pass and everything becomes clear, and the night is always followed by the morning, so the sun will rise again, and that's the energy at play here. This is what I'm seeing here, and I think that you're just kind of like, I definitely see the month of August. There are very positive things happening. In this month, with the month of September, you're going to have to be more intuitive, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to, there are blessings available to you. With the moon energy, you're just going to have to be more instinctive and thinking on your feet. But certainly, certainly being very clear in terms of negotiating. It could well be a legal process. It could be, a sum of money, settlements, contractual issues. It could also be adapting and responding to finding an agreed way forward through legalities. And like I said, for others of you, it definitely feels like if you're choosing or playing two ends to the middle, again, I think that there is some kind of agreed way forward that you're ultimately happy with. I think you come down on one side in the end, and there's an important agreement established in terms of the way that you're going. There are two options potentially here, but you're going in this direction. So this is what I'm seeing for you here, Cancer. I also want to say, if this is about other areas as well, because we are talking about September time, again, the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, it can be to do with trying to negotiate and up an offer in some way. Again, you could even be playing two parties to the middle if you're selling something or buying something. The same energy would apply. A little bit of a stressful time, but you're just kind of like, I think that you're absolutely surrendering very instinctively, just thinking on your feet here. And the instinctive energy, you just see, it's like reading between the lines, and you just see what needs to be done. You're going to be powerfully led by your instinct and your intuition. And that always brings that sense of blessings in. We don't really understand why we feel that kind of sixth sense energy. But if we kind of trust it, if we just go with our instinct in how we need to respond to a situation here, we always come good. And that's what I'm saying here. Like I keep saying, as certain as night follows day. Cancer, that's what I have for you. So I'm going to pull you a couple of oracle cards. Let's see what we have for you. Let's pull an energy for the next 3 months. What do we have for Cancer? Oh yeah, you see, contract. Number 6. Some contract, like I said, the contract can be of any life area as well. But that's justice energy. Let's see what we have as a fortune message for you. What do we have for our lovely Cancerians for the next 3 months, angels, spirits, guides? Yes, celebrations. Number 5, you are ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. All right, and I'm going to finish off by pulling you a guardian angel message. So let's see what we have for Cancer. Thank you, angels, to finish off this reading. I'm going to choose from this deck because it tends to stick together. We have prayer. Dear God, help me always to remember that this present life is but a fleeting moment within eternity. Help me always to remember that this life is but a dream. Help me always to remember that you exist within everyone and everything. The cat's just jumped onto the table. Help me always to remember that love is all there is and all else is an illusion. Thank you. Cancer, that's what I have for you for the next 3 months. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful July to September, and I will see you next time.